Dear students, please note down. These notes are available in the description of video. Please download your notes. Dear students, in today's lecture, it is a lecture of type study, Pigeon, Columbalivia. In this lecture, we will clear male urinogenital system. Dear students, urinogenital system means two different physiologically independent functional systems: urinary, excretory and genital or reproductive systems collectively constitute urinogenital system. Note down, in today's lecture we will clear male urinogenital system of pigeon, Columbalivia. In this chapter, we have already discussed three important topics: digestive system of pigeon, respiratory system of pigeon, as well as very important topic for final exam, eye of bird's pigeon. And in today's lecture we will clear male urinogenital system. Dear students, two independent system, two physiologically different function systems. One is excretory, second is reproductive system, and both systems collectively constitute urinogenital system. First of all, we will discuss excretory system of pigeon. And in this excretory system, a pair of kidneys, a pair of ureters, and this common chamber, it is cloaca and cloacal aperture. Dear students, in case of pigeon, the excretory system that consists of a pair of kidneys. The kidneys are elongated, well developed, metanephric, highly evolved kidneys, and these kidneys are retroperitoneal. Retro means behind peritoneum, a membranous fold. It means each kidney from its front side, a membranous fold is there. It means the peritoneum, a membranous fold which covers each kidney in its ventral side, anterior side, just behind this peritoneum, membranous fold, kidneys are present. So these are retroperitoneal, behind a membranous fold, and that fold is peritoneum. Each kidney which is elongated and three-chambered. Its upper anterior lobe and this second medial lobe, it is middle lobe, and this lower part, it is posterior lobe. It means each kidney is divided into three lobes: anterior lobe, middle lobe and posterior lobe. All these three lobes collectively constitute one kidney. From each kidney, a pair of fine ducts, and these are ureters. These are narrow ducts, and these ureters which arise from the part of this anterior and post this middle lobe. This ureter which arises between the anterior and middle lobe of each kidney, and this ureter descend in the middle part of cloaca, and that middle part of cloaca, that is urodium. Here each ureter opens. Note down, in excretory system of pigeon, a pair of kidneys and a pair of ureters. Each kidney that consists of three lobes: anterior lobe, middle lobe and posterior lobe. Between this anterior and middle lobe of each kidney, these fine ducts, and this duct is ureter. It conducts hypertonic urine through peristaltic movements. It means here in this ureter, the ureter muscles which generates a wave, that is a peristaltic wave. That peristaltic movements conduct the hypertonic urine in case of pigeon. And each ureter opens here in this chamber, it is cloaca. Each ureter opens in this middle part, and this middle part of cloaca, it is urodium. And dear students, in today's lecture we also clear male genital or reproductive system, and that male reproductive system consists of a pair of testes, a pair of vas deferens or Wolffian ducts. Now down, in case of male pigeon, in case of most of birds, no copulatory organ. It means in case of pigeon, in case of birds, the copulatory organ, the sex organ, the penis is absent. As well as note down, in case of excretory system, there is no urinary bladder. It means in order to reduce the body weight, that is a characteristic feature of flight adaptation. Here, urinary bladder is absent. Similarly, in case of male reproductive system, no copulatory, no sex organ, no penis. Here, a pair of testes in case of male reproductive system. Each testis that lies in the upper part of kidney, and these are oval shaped, and each kidney, each testis that gets attached by this anterior part of the lobe by a double membranous fold. Dear students, it means each testis that gets attached by this upper anterior lobe of kidney by a double membranous fold, and that double membranous fold is mesochorium. Note down, competitive exam students. In case of pigeon, in case of birds, in order to reduce the body weight, that is a characteristic feature of flight adaptation. No urinary bladder. As well as in case of male reproductive system, no copulatory, no sex organ, no penis. Here the testis, and this testis again, in case of flight adaptation, this left testis, it is slightly larger in size as compared to this left testis, this right testis, and this right testis, it is smaller. This left testis, it is larger in size, and this testis, which is oval shaped structure, lies in upper region of the kidney, and here each testis gets attached to this upper part of anterior lobe of kidney by a double membranous fold, and that double membranous fold is mesochorium. From the posterior part of each kidney, fine ducts arises, and these ducts are named vasa efferentia. These vasa efferentia open here in the upper part of this vas deferens, and this upper part of this vas deferens, in which these vasa efferentia from the posterior part of testis open, that upper part is epididymis. Note down, in case of pigeon, in case of birds, the left testis, that is larger in size, and each testis lies in upper region of kidney, and this testis gets attached by this anterior lobe in upper region by a double membranous fold, that is mesochorium. And here in testis, there are several structural and functional units. These are seminiferous tubules, and these seminiferous tubules are involved in the production of sperms. As well as in testes, there are hormone secreting cells, testosterone secreting cells, or Leydig cells, or interstitial cells, which secrete male hormone androgen testosterone. From this testis, from its posterior part, fine ducts or tubule-like structure, these are vasa efferentia, which open here in the upper part of this vas deferens, and this upper part of the vas deferens is epididymis. These are fine a pair of ducts which arise from the posterior part of each testis. These are vas deferens. These vas deferens run parallel to the ureters, And note down, these vas deferens run parallel and outside. Note down, this inside, this internal duct, it is ureter, and this outer duct, it is vas deferens, or it is Wolffian duct. And yes students, note down, this posterior part of each vas deferens, it becomes dilated, it becomes enlarged, and this posterior lower part of each vas deferens, it is vesicula seminalis or seminal vesicle. And this seminal vesicle, it stores spermatozoon and it opens here in the middle part of this cloaca. This middle part is urodium. In this cloaca, which is divided into three parts, its upper part, in which this rectum digestive tract opens, this upper part is coprodium, and this middle larger part is in which this ureter opens, as well as the vas deferens open. In this middle part, it is urodium, and this lower posterior part of this cloaca, that is proctodium, and it opens by cloacal aperture, and that cloacal aperture is well controlled by sphincter muscles. Dear students, this is all about urinogenital system of male pigeon. In case of urinogenital system, two physiologically independent systems. One is excretory or urinary, second is genital or reproductive system. In case of excretory or in case of urinary system, a pair of kidneys, and each kidney having three lobes, anterior, middle and posterior. The kidneys are highly evolved, these are metanephric, and each kidney lie just behind a membranous fold, and that fold is peritoneum. So kidneys are retroperitoneal, just behind the peritoneum, behind a membranous fold. And dear students, from this anterior and middle part of kidney, a fine duct arises, that is ureter, and this ureter opens here in the middle part of cloaca, that is urodium. And in case of male reproductive system, a pair of testes which are oval, and this left testis which is slightly larger in size. And from the posterior part of testis, these fine vasa efferentia tubules arise, which open in the upper part of this vas deferens, that is epididymis, and this vas deferens which run parallel to this ureter and outside the ureters. And this vas deferens, its lower part that gets dilated, it becomes enlarged, it stores the spermatozoa, and this lower part, dilated part, it is seminal vesicle. Temporarily it stores sperms, and it opens in the middle part of this cloaca, that is urodium. In the wall of this cloaca, look here, competitive exam students, very important point is, in this cloacal wall, a lymphoid tissue, and that lymphoid tissue is, it is a part of immune system. That lymphoid tissue, it is bursa fabricus. It is also named cloacal thymus because it produces lymphocytes and antibodies for defense system. But note down again the question for competitive exams, this lymphoid tissue, bursa fabricus, cloacal thymus, that degenerates in adults. Note down, it means this bursa fabricus, this cloacal thymus, this lymphoid tissue remains functional in young ones, but it degenerates in adults. This is all about male reproductive system and excretory system of pigeon. In next lecture, I will discuss and I will cover female urinogenital system.